Hello everyone! So this is interesting because I'm not doing my traditional speed paint run where I do traditional artwork. Instead, I am doing the digital artwork for Basilius 2 for Wattpad. Yeah, because I really should finish one, and a lot of stuff went wrong with this, so I don't even know where to begin in the Speedpaint Ramble, but in a minute or so, or a couple seconds, I'm going to show you what I did for the last one, for the first book, for the Wattpad one, that I kind of liked how it turned out, so now I'm trying it again. Some of you already may notice what I did wrong first, but I'll let you stew about that for just a little while. This is the piece right here in front of your eyes for a few seconds before we go back to the actual speed paint run, just to give you what I did last time. I normally do not do digital art, so my digital art is nowhere near as good, in my opinion, as my traditional art. I don't practice it with it enough, is the main problem in the second one, is that I just don't get the same kind of gratification from it either. I just don't. But I liked how it looked, at least for now. I may actually try to do these again, like versus on Instagram, traditional versus my digital art, just to show you. I think that would actually be kind of cool. Too bad I didn't do the first one on a speed paint run either. So now I'm doing like the line art, the more sketchy version of the line art anyway. It kind of went through a lot of different sketching stages. Like the first one was the pure gestural drawing, and now I'm getting more specific line art. Still very kind of gestural, but more of the line art can be seen, like things taking form. Oh geez, I'm sorry. As you could tell by the title that I'm probably going to title this, a lot went wrong with this piece. A lot went wrong. Let's put it this way, as I may have said before, I can't remember, I'm a forgetful turtle as well as an awkward turtle. I did this back in the summer. This was back in July when I started this, and I'm only just putting this up now in February 2020 when I started this in July 2019. Yeah, you probably could tell what went wrong. A lot went wrong. So much went wrong. But actually right now I'm looking at the one thing that I actually did really, really well, and that was Jerome. Jerome, I feel like I did this was like the best person I've ever drawn digital art, so I'm relishing in that for just this moment. For just this moment, I did something right. Oh, but I did this because I didn't want to make a mess, though. You ever get that way when you're an artist and you want to draw and you want to paint, but you don't want to make a huge mess? You don't want to get paint on your hands, you don't want to get paint on your clothes or your surroundings, and you just kind of want to draw. So this is what happens when I get that feeling. I probably won't do a lot of digital art on this channel, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm sorry if it breaks your heart a little bit. I'm not a digital artist. I am a traditional artist with some digital flares with Photoshop sometimes, but I'm a very much mixed media kind of person. But anyway, getting back to this. This is for Basilius 2. I just realized upon going on my Wattpad the other day that I actually never finished uploading Basilius 1 to Wattpad. I will be doing that bi-weekly to try to get myself pumped up for Basilius 2, and maybe, just maybe, I'll actually get this book done by the end of the year. I'm trying to make sure that I get stories done because I have a tendency to leave them when things get too busy, and I'm trying very hard not to do that now. So for Basilius 2, my goal is to have it done by, completely and utterly done by this year. And if I get it done before then, hooray! If I don't, I'm going to not be super sad, but the deadline is by the end of this year. Same thing for Calais Day 3. Curse of the Betweens, I really don't know. I haven't quite hit writer's block. I just haven't had time to write. That's the biggest problem. I just don't have the time to write, and I don't know how to buy my time. Kind of like how the perspective gets done in this piece. I am jumping all over the place with my comments, and I'm sorry. I'm just kind of watching this on Lightworks and praying to God that it doesn't freeze like it's been doing with the other videos. But perspective kind of went cool in this one as opposed to some of my traditional, maybe because I could kind of see the perspective outlines still underneath. That's the biggest pro that I actually liked with the digital art, is that I could keep all of my gestural drawings, that I could keep all of the perspective gestures underneath while I was doing all the perspective. If you try to do that in traditional art, you could, like with tracing paper maybe and whatnot, but it gets very messy very fast. And I won't say this is not one that I'm overly fond of how it came out, but times you gotta be part of the good enough club, and I guess this is just one of those times. Eventually I'm going to get to the end of my ramble. So much went wrong. So much went wrong. Oh, I could tell you, but I think I'm gonna let you figure it out progressively how things went wrong. And how I actually watched some other people do speed paint runs in digital art before I did this. I didn't watch a lot because, as I said, I just kind of wanted to mess around as opposed to be like, this is going to be beautiful by the end. I'm like, because it ain't beautiful by the end. I don't think it's beautiful by the end. But yeah, I'm just playing with it for the most part right now. I'm monkeying with colors, which I actually monkey with again at the end because I just didn't like how it looked by the end of it. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna let you guys just watch for a little while. I'm sorry, this speed paint run is so long. And I really tried chopping it down, but as I said, I'm not a digital artist, so this process actually took me a lot longer than my digital art takes me. So I have a lot of hours upon hours upon hours upon hours that I did to do this. And I'm just like, wow, I didn't realize this was gonna take so long. But it's done now. I keep telling myself that it's done now. I don't have to worry about it anymore. You guys at least get a funny video of me just constantly messing up and just not having common sense about anything that I did in this video. Like when I was making the jewelry stand later, I just had no common sense about it. I like did weird things to get lines, and I was like, why didn't I just do this instead? I'm just like, I'm an idiot. Yeah, I'm just gonna go just say I was just an idiot about how I did this, and you live and you learn, I guess. Sorry for you digital artists that are watching this and going major cringe about how I did most of this too, but as I said, I'm not a digital artist. I just didn't feel like making a mess. So I'll let you listen to some music for now, and I'm gonna check back with you in a little while because I did something. Or I didn't do something happened, and I'll have to explain it then. I don't want to explain it now because then I feel like it takes away the dramatics of the video. So yeah, just listen for a little while. I'm sorry for the length of this video, I really, really am. So, as you probably noticed, I paused the video, and the reason that I paused the video was because something happened. Now note, I don't normally have to worry about this if I'm doing traditional art, but when you do digital art, you should probably make sure that there's not a storm coming that is going to potentially knock out all of your power. You see where this might be going? I don't know. I hope you know where this is going, because I walked away from the computer to go get myself something, and suddenly I heard a huge loud bang outside, and then torrential downpours, and then my electricity went off, and then when it finally came back on and I got the computer up and running and I went to go back to work on this project, this terrible thing happened that will appear on your screen in a minute. This is the message that I got that the computer gave me. So yeah, that's the error. I didn't even think that was a thing until this appeared on my screen, and then I had to do some fancy finagling. Luckily, I had taken like a screenshot of this picture. This was my only saving grace. I would have lost this whole project if I hadn't done this. I took a screenshot of it, and I was able to copy and paste it into a new file, and I was able to finish off the picture that way, but I lost all of the layers that came before it, so I didn't get to mess with it as much as I wanted. I wanted to like eliminate stuff, and it's just like, everything went wrong. Everything went wrong, and that was the worst thing that went wrong. That wasn't the end of it though, because as you probably noticed at the beginning of this Speedpaint Ramble, when I showed you the first picture, notice that it's more square. Yeah, that becomes a problem. A problem that you'll soon see, and I'll just let you enjoy the rest of this for now before we get into that happy little cake of misfortune. Yep, I squished it. I had to squish it because it didn't fit into the Adobe Illustrator file that I needed to make the actual picture. It was too elongated, and this is how it kind of looks. I might monkey with it because I really don't like how this looks. This is one of the times that I am not really thrilled with how this came out. I know in the past videos, I was like, oh, on the high bright side of things, and I look at this, nope, and I'm like, nope. I really don't like how any of this came out. I'm so mad, and I'm so frustrated, and I'm just ready to walk away from it, and I was tempted not to put this video up at all, but then I was like, you know what, this is a perfect example of where things go wrong, and your art just doesn't look like you want it to. So thank you so much if you watched this whole almost 30-minute video. God bless your soul, and I hope you have a good weekend. And if you did like it, give it a thumbs up. If you've had similar stories that you'd like to share, just put it down in the comments below. And let me know that I'm not alone in life with things that happen this way. So thanks for watching the video again, and I will see you in the next one.